Today's sponsor is Audible.com, who has more than 180,000 audiobooks and spoken word audio products. Get a free audiobook of your choice at www.audibletrial.com/shark. Hello, welcome to the Movies, Films, Flicks podcast. I'm your host, John Lossoff. Joining me, as always, are my co-hosts, Mark Hoffmeyer.
Goon 2 is going to get a September 2017 theatrical/VOD release.
Oh, I am
Wait, I thought that movie was already out, like a year ago or years ago.
Nope.
Man, so when we were talking about before, I guess you were just excited it was announced?
Goon 2? Well, it's already filmed.
Yeah.
They filmed it last year, but it's getting a release in September.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to check it out in theaters.
Oh,
Did the first one ever come out in theaters?
Maybe a minimal, maybe like a very small, but I'm buying this movie. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm just going to buy it.
Mark, when it comes to you in these now two Goon movies, I imagine that you're going to go to like opening day. You'll camp out for like 3 days to get your tickets first, even though you'll be the only one
They're
there.
going to think I'm there for like Star Wars.
You'll be the only one there, and you'll be dressed up as one of the characters.
Yep. I'll just be wearing a security shirt.
Like you are going to straight up Force Awakens this.
Yep. I'm going to beat up a few people, but then we're going to become friends.
Mm-hmm.
I might even get signed to the local roller derby team to be their enforcer.
Oh, man. So it's on VOD the same day as the theatrical release?
Yeah, maybe they're doing like a limited, like they do these like Fathom events, and then it's going to be on VOD.
I don't care if I have to like drive like a couple hours. I'm going to watch it in theaters.
Yeah, that's right. I'm making a weekend of it.
Because there's just like something about going to a theater and watching a movie that's just like watching at home just can never compare.
Yeah, I need the big screen experience of Goon 2.
Sure. John Lemongood, how long are you going to be waiting in line for Goon 2?
I don't know how to give a negative amount of time.
Okay.
I mean, I will very happily watch that when it comes out on like Netflix or HBO, but that is probably, I don't know, comedies and movies, like I usually don't go see them in theaters in general, like even the ones I'm excited to see, like those hard R raunchy comedies, I don't see them in theaters like ever.
It could be on your Netflix queue, which means it's in line waiting.
Right now.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so I might be waiting in line for even longer than you, then, Mark.
So then it might be waiting for you since it's in your queue.
And that rhymed a little bit, like your Pepe Le Pew.
Do you have any movies in your Netflix queue that you've had for like 6 years and you just never watched?
There are, dude. So there are hundreds of movies that I put in my Netflix queue that disappeared because like their license expired. Yeah. Like, I mean, I had like 20 movies from like the 70s, like devil cult scare that I put back in there when we watched, what was it? The Interview movie about John Jones.
The what?
The Interview movie about John Jones. John Jones, the cultist.
The Interview? Oh, Sacrament?
Sacrament, yeah, the movie that revolved around the Interview.
The lizard guy?
So like when I saw that, I put like all these 70s era like cult scare movies on my queue, and I never got around to them. And I was recently looking for them, like just, I don't know, a week or two ago, finally. And I'm like, what the hell happened to all of them? And so I went through all these old articles that show like what's about to leave Netflix, and they left Netflix like 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wily Netflix. Hey, when did Marvel movies start showing DC trailers? Is that new?
That's always been kind of a thing, to be honest.
Okay, because like for Guardians of the Galaxy last week, I saw like 5 Marvel movie trailers, but then I saw the Wonder Woman trailer.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's not really up to the studios. It's up to the theater chains themselves, like, you know, what trailers goes on which movies. You know, sometimes it's what the studio wants, and sometimes it's whatever theater chain wants. So I'm pretty sure if it was completely 100% Marvel's, say, like they wouldn't want any DC cheerleaders on it, obviously. So
I don't know if they'd, yeah. They probably don't want that out public, but if the people ask them about it, they'd be like, yeah, we're cool with it.
sure.
I mean, I was happy to see the trailer. It looked good, but just surprised me. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I think like the one thing that you'll never see is like an R-rated or like a trailer for an R-rated movie on a G or PG rated movie. Like you'll never see that. Mm-mm. Unless the projectionist or whatever made an accident. It's like, oh crap.
Have you ever done that, Laz?
No, maybe all the time. All right, I think it's time to start the podcast like we usually do with listener questions. Levitt, I think you have questions for us this week.
Yeah. First question. Brett from Clearwater, Florida asks, what was the worst death scene you have ever witnessed in a movie?
So we already brought up Adam Goldberg and Saving Private Ryan. But for me, I have two answers. I have my favorite and one I hate the most. The one I hate the most is in Final Destination 3 with those girls in the suntan booth.
Oh, I love that one.
It's gratuitous. It's mean. It's like, it's just ugly. It's just an ugly death. Like there's nothing like creative about it. Like in a lot of these kills, it's like Mouse Hunt, the board game, and how this stuff happens to them. But this one, they're like, hey, let's put these two vapid women in a suntan booth, lock them in, and then spend 5 minutes burning them to a crisp.
Also not original, because that was in like I Know What You Did Last Summer part 2.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. So it wasn't creative, and it was just mean. To me, it just felt mean. It just felt ugly.
I mean, that was about as cruel as those deaths get.
Yeah, and like normally, like I said, there's like someone does something, then the wind blows a pot, and then the pot falls on a knife, and then the knife you think is going to hit the person, but it hits a gas tank, and then the gas comes out. She lights a lighter, nothing explodes. She turns her back. Like something fun like that. But yeah, but then the worst death scene I've ever witnessed is I just wrote a post about this on Movies, Films, and Flicks. Stellan Skarsgård gets his arm bit off by a shark, right? Gets brought up a freight elevator attached to a helicopter. He gets on a gurney. He gets a gurney dragged from the helicopter. Then he gets swum. He goes underwater for 1 minute and 50 seconds and is used as a battering ram to kill his friends. So, like, I broke down the math on all of this, like how much time he spent on the freight elevator. They spent 30 seconds. Average freight elevators go, 100 feet for every minute. So, or 200 feet for every minute. So he went 100 feet on the freight elevator, 50 feet to the helicopter. Then I'm predicting that he spent close to 1.1 miles underwater while the shark was doing laps, gaining speed. So this guy had an oxygen oxygen strapped to his mouth. For me, that's just the worst death. Like it's like a 4-tier death.
Dude, that was at least the second most horrifying accidental scuba diving scene ever.
Yeah.
Like that was like if he didn't have that oxygen mask on because, just to get him oxygen because he was just traumatized and stuff, like he would have died much more peacefully just drowning or something than just watching that death come from afar while in a shark's mouth. Yeah. Like that was horrible.
Just a horrible death. But go to the site, read the post. I did a lot of research and I broke down his death.
Right.
Pretty well.
Awesome. For me, I don't know if this is the worst death I've seen. It's always one that just kind of stuck out to me, but the movie Slitter, right?
Ooh.
Which is like, that was just a really gross movie in general. Really awesome movie, by the way. It was also really gross.
But you going with the girl who inflates?
Yeah. That was just, oh, man. I was just like, that's such a terrible way to go.
Right. I would put that in the best death scenes I've ever seen.
I just, it's just so memorable. I'm not sure if it's the worst death I've ever seen in a movie, but it definitely sticks out.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be around just the prosthetics. Ugh. They were so gross.
Yeah. What was it? She got impregnated by aliens or whatever, right? By worms or something like that? what was the reason why she was just inflating? Like,
Yeah, like those worm thing, those slithery tentacle worms were like reproducing inside her, but at some point she had to be impregnated or infected or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, like Michael Rooker, like I was gonna say Mickey Rourke, Michael Rooker, Mark, like he like kidnapped her at some point, right? And then we just don't. Then we next time we see her, she's this giant Jabba the Brood monster, right?
Yeah, that's a horrible death.
I mean, I agree. It's horrible for the fictitious character. Great for me.
Yeah, no, it was entertaining. Like I don't want to. Let's make that
like,
clear.
You guys are listing like two kill scenes that I love, 3 kill scenes that I love. You're just like I went with scenes that like annoyed me. Like they were like just. They were the worst, like they annoyed me, not the worst, like the most sinister or macabre. Like, and Mark, I actually also went with the Final Destination franchise, but it was the 4th one called The Final Destination, which thankfully wasn't the final movie. Because in that one, a dude ends up at the bottom of a pool, and you know how like not really, but there's like that little vent like sucking water in the bottom of the pool.
Yeah,
he ends up with his butt stuck on it. And it ends up like sucking all of his guts out through his butt.
No, it doesn't.
You don't see it happening. So it's just stupid. It's like a frat dude's like dick joke or something. And then later like it explodes for some reason out of the piping and it just rains down on everyone. It's just dumb to me. Like I don't know. And then like in that same movie, earlier in the movie when they were at like that NASCAR thing, and eventually you see this tire coming from like the sky like it's Superman coming in for a fast landing, but you see it so far in advance, and that is the only actually that and the butt implosion, you both witness, you see them coming from a mile away, and they are like the antithesis of what's fun about these Final Destination movies for the most part, right? Like, so I don't know. Those were me. You know what else?
You know what, Captain Kirk in Star Trek Into Darkness. Because you're like, yeah, he's dead. He'll be back. This is stupid. You know what I mean?
Or like, Superman and Batman versus Superman. Oh yeah, he's dead. Sure. Let's see how long that lasts.
Then the final shot.
I'm totally sure that the very young and gigantic Henry Cavill will not play Superman again.
Sure.
And there's that dirt is moving on the coffin.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, wait, he's back.
It was just a stiff breeze.
I hate fake out deaths.
I'm actually really surprised they've been able to like not show him in any of the Justice League trailers that have been shown so far, or at least that I know of, anyway. Right?
Because he's clearly dead.
Yeah, sure, he's dead. Like he's definitely not gonna be in the movie at all.
I saw him die in the last movie, so yeah.
Sure.
It's just gonna be Ben Affleck moaning that he's in the movie for 2 hours.
Yeah. So, was that it? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ben Affleck saying "son of a bitch."
Long moaning deaths.
That's the final answer. Cool. What's the next question we got, Living?
Second question is from Dylan, the host of the Point of Origin podcast in Australia, and he asks, having just watched the first seasons of 12 Monkeys and Westworld, tearing it up on both accounts, what classic genre movies would make compelling long-format television series and why? For example, this is a big one. For 2001: A Space Odyssey, titled simply Odyssey, or perhaps Monolith for television, this series charts the discovery of the monolith on the moon and its effect upon the development of the human race. There could be multiple timeline stories where at different points in history, the monolith interacts with significant achievements in science and history. These are mostly shown as flashbacks or through journal entries. I feel like I wish I had this answer, by the way, Dylan. Whilst the main characters experience isolation, insanity, illumination, and transcendence on their long journey to Jupiter with nothing but each other and a disturbed artificial intelligence for company until they come in contact with the monolith. That's a really neat idea. Like, I feel like anything that I say now is just a crappy idea.
Well, I feel like he didn't really want us to answer this question. He just wanted to get his answer to this question.
He's really
Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
This is some self-promotion bullcrap.
Don't
Get
think
outta here.
Yeah, we see right through you, Dylan.
You know what? I'm going to write an entire blog post and have you read it on your podcast.
Yeah.
Monolith.
Come on. Get out
It's
of
a
here.
cool idea.
Get out of here, Dylan.
Get out of here, Dylan.
I mean, I don't know. But a lot of the things that
I want to do a movie called Get Out of Here, Dylan.
Yeah.
we're
It's
doing,
about this guy who just gives really long-winded questions on podcasts. And it's just how we deal with him. Dylan.
you know something like, even though it wouldn't be so like plotty, like The Strain kind of plotty, but not that was based on a movie, but Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to put a semi-serious approach, like the first Gremlins movie, not like Gremlins 2, the new batch. Like Gremlins.
Prequel. Where those little bastards came from.
Yeah, I mean, there could be some of that. Actually, that could almost be like flashbacks, episode by episode, almost like, again, kind of like they did in The Strain when they look back at the origin of that master vampire dude or whatever. But yeah, like, I could totally see some Gremlins going on. It's almost like The Walking Dead, but with Gremlins and flashbacks.
I love it. I got one called, the simple title is Odyssey, or perhaps Monolith for television. This series charts the discovery of the monolith on the moon and its effect upon the development of the human race.
Ooh.
There could be multiple timelines, stories where at different points in history, the monolith interacts with significant achievements in science/history.
Absolutely.
They're mostly shown as flashbacks or through journal entries, while the main characters experience isolation, insanity, illumination, and transcendence on their long journey to Jupiter with nothing but each other and disturbed AI for company until they come into contact with the monolith and reality itself is changed.
Mark, you were an English major, right? Literature, English
Yeah.
major. Is whilst like a period, like Old English?
Yeah.
word?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like whilst heretofore, thenceforth.
I mean, like, I've still busted into, I still bring it out when I can.
Sure.
The whilst.
Yeah.
I'm the same with
I see-
semicolons. Like, I don't know if this is the right place to put it, but I'm just going to leave it there. No one ever says anything, so I guess I'm doing it right.
They said it was 14th century. It was when it was first used.
The semicolon?
Oh.
Oh, whilst.
Yeah.
What you talking about, whilst?
See, I was thinking like Bedazzled, or then each episode is the person as like that person they wish for.
Dude, it's like Quantum Leap, but with wishes.
Yeah, and you could switch it around, man, woman, man, whatever. And then like each episode, like 8-episode arc, it's this person like dealing with this jerk person. That'd be a good little limited series. Or In Bruges with the same characters, like that could be like a good Fargo-esque show with that kind of dialogue. Or The Rise of Leslie Vernon, like just have like a 8-episode thing about a guy trying to become the next big mass murderer. Or Monolith.
Yeah.
Or Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan is the name of the show, and the show is actually about the fictitious relationship between Dutch and Dylan from Predator before they ended up in Guatemala together. It's just their bromance through life.
No, I want one where we're just bagging on Dylan.
Back in the academy.
Good
Yeah,
old
you got any
Dylan.
more questions, Dylan, where you have like a really, really long and detailed...
I'll bet he does have more
Quote-unquote
questions.
answer.
That's probably like the 10th question he's given us.
Sure. For
course.
me, the longest time,
Overachiever.
the longest time I thought Goonies would make an awesome TV show, but then Stranger Things came out, and that just kind of justified my line of thinking. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of similar to what I had in mind. No, I think it'd be hilarious if there was a Fast and Furious TV show.
Oh.
Same cast, same budget, like every week.
Per episode, every episode has
Like-
that budget.
Yeah.
So it would be like The Crown. Like each episode, 1 hour episode of The Crown. This isn't much. I think they cost like $15 million each
Every week,
episode.
yeah, every week there's like a heist or some type of plan or like something. It's just like, I think that would be I think that would be awesome to watch like every week. It's like, oh, I can't wait to see what Dom and the gang gets into this week.
With amazing production values.
Yeah.
They're going to space at the end of the season.
With special guest The Rock as Hobbs.
Ooh. Like special guests each week is the bad guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
Special guest Charlize Theron as Cypher.
As a set of dreadlocks that are totally out of place.
Or you know what? Honestly, I think it could still work with like a low budget. If like every episode was like the first movie, where they just like rev up like a bunch of nice looking cars, then they try to take out like a faceless truck driver at the end of every episode. I think I'd still watch that. You know, it doesn't have to be fancy.
Like those it's like the Roadrunner trying to get that truck driver.
Yeah. Honestly, I would watch a Fast and Furious TV show.
Asses handed to them.
I would watch a Fast and Furious TV show.
And you know what? Back then, he was like, Dom's like, oh my God, it's a lone truck driver with a gun in the car. I'm like, yeah, Dom, that never happens. I'm so surprised that the truck driver had a gun.
Yeah. So can we say that the final answer is
Truck drivers with guns, man.
No, anything but Dylan's answer.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pull a fast one on us, Dylan.
Yeah, get out of here, Dylan.
I think that my Gremlins show would be called After Midnight.
After midnight. Mine would be called Fast and Furious.
Mine would be
That's what you would call my Gremlins show?
No, that's what I call my show.
I got bedazzled.
There you go.
I like it.
All right.
I'm sold.
Awesome.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Sure. All right. Thank you for those wonderful listener questions. Even you, Dylan. Yeah, keep them coming.
Even Dylan.
Yeah, we got another one later on. But for now, I think it's time to move on to the topic for this week. Mark, I'm going to hand it off to you.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Oh.
Oh, who's that? Is she cool?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's real cool.
All right. Yeah, look at me. I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all. So today we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the wonderful, funny, glorious Marvel film sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy. And I love it.
Did
Great
you?
film. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. It just all right. So when it starts, right? So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm just gonna say G2. It opens up with, I think, quite possibly one of my favorite opening credit moments ever.
Oh, little baby Groot just rocking out, or they're fighting like that big worm thing.
Yeah, and Mr. Blue Sky's playing.
Yeah.
Dude, that was wonderful. I like it a lot too.
And like it set up a great dynamic with the team. Rocket was like trying to set up music for Star-Lord, which was nice. And then like I liked how Gamora was just worried about Groot. Like she was really cool. Then she pulled out like the sword at the end. Drax was an idiot, ran inside this like crazy monster. I don't know. I thought this one scene showed off their personalities really well and featured just the happiest dancing that I've ever seen in my life. They started fist fighting. Like he got mad at Drax and started fist fighting him.
Sure. Is it? Maybe I'm misremembering the first movie, but it seems like Drax did a total 180 in terms of like his kind of attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's just like totally happy.
Like a bowl full of jelly laughing like through the whole movie.
Yeah, a complete 180.
It was kind of weird. Yeah, he was like angry and just like really sour in the first movie, but now he's like all sweet and happy. Like I know like at the end of the first movie it was all nice and happy, but I didn't know it would cause him to change that much. You know,
he was like incredibly literate too in the first one. He didn't really have like his jokes were funny because he wasn't trying to be funny.
Sure.
You know, like nothing would go over my head. I would catch it. Like he said that earnestly.
Yeah,
I like that though. Yeah,
but he does have. I died laughing during this film because there's a scene. Spoilers is a spoiler podcast. There's a scene at the end where he's looking at Mantis, And he looks at her and goes, "You're beautiful."
Yeah.
On the inside.
Yep, it's on the outside. You're ugly.
Yeah.
Very ugly.
I just laughed so hard.
No,
I love this movie. I loved it. I love this movie.
It was it definitely it gave the audience more what they wanted. You know, just more like funny stuff, more like really awesome, just kind of set piece action scenes, just more kind of funny group dynamic stuff. You know, my only complaint, well, this is kind of a big one. I don't know if you guys disagree or not, but the plot, like the overall story, it just felt kind of disjointed. You know, it was a little clunky. Like it was just like there were like plot threads here and there, and like they tried to tie it all together in the end. I don't think they really pulled it off. You know, what made the first one great for me was that it had a good story to complement all these other things. So, you know, it delivered in like everything else, but the story was just like it didn't really work for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of conveniences. Like you have the gold people, and then they actually had some pretty good lines. But then somehow Kurt Russell and an egg finds him. And then they get split up, and then they go to the Ravagers. Some people go on the egg, and then it turns out that Kurt Russell is a planet, and then it turns out that Taserface is just an idiot from the Ravagers. Like it does. It didn't. I don't know. I don't think it fully glues together.
I thought individual scenes were almost always highly satisfying, but I agree with like I never really cared about the urgency of the story. I just cared about things on a scene by scene basis.
You know what's weird is that like, yeah, it felt disjointed, but there were still some like scenes that really felt like that really hit you like really hard. Like you know, when Yondu dies and like the whole funeral scene, like that was great. You know.
Yeah.
But but like the rest of the movie is just like, I think what it is like they split up the group. You know. And, like, the Guardians of the Galaxy has such a great group dynamic. Why would you want to split them up for, like, half of the movie?
Yeah. No, and, like, that whole, like, Taserface thing, like, yeah. I don't know. And, all right, this may sound really bad, but I worked on Guardians 2, and I was there during all those Ravager days, so I heard Taserface about 10 billion times. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, that kind of fell flat. But there were so many good gags. Like, so Yondu and Rocket are locked in a cell, and they want Groot to get keys, but Groot brings back a severed toe.
So, how did you get that?
Yeah. It's just these moments kept saving it. Like as far as like a narrative, yeah, I mean, it definitely is all over the place. But I don't know. I guess for me, these Guardians movies are more about the characters, and when there's good characters, I kind of ignore the tight plot. The plot can be a little bit more aimless when you like the characters because you just like who you're with.
Sure.
Like, you know when you're talking with someone in a great conversation, you miss your turn, and you got to go like pull a U-turn and go a mile further to take like the next right? Mm-hmm. But you don't really care because you're having a good conversation? That's this movie.
That's one of those times when you're like, no, I just wanted to show you the 7-Eleven up here. All right, let's go back now.
Sure.
And I did love, so the whole plot spurs into motion when Rocket steals these batteries that he doesn't have to steal, and these gold people chase him. But I love the gold people, how they had those like simulators on their ships. Mm-hmm. And I love that there was one gold guy left, and everyone was cheering him on. Then he like screwed up, and they're like, "Oh, Carl, you suck." Like, I like that these gold.
It was like being at the arcade, like watching someone get the last guy. Everyone's rooting for you, but when you don't win, you're just a loser.
Like everyone else is dead.
Sure.
I don't know. But yeah, I haven't thought about the plot.
I thought that was a great gimmick the first time we saw the gold people. After that, I was just like, oh, yeah, here are these people who don't die, and there's no urgency, and I know they're not going to win.
And she's laughing at Taserface.
She's laughing at Taserface. And that's another thing. Like, the first scene of Taserface, for me, was funny. But then when they tried to play that same card again, it's like, yeah. The gold person's laughing, and that would have been better if they somehow slammed that all in the one scene for me. But like again, I did really love most of the scenes in this movie. It's just they tried to push a lot of things a little far, and a lot of them worked, and those two for me didn't.
I will say that like Levin guy, I do agree with you. Like individual scenes just work. Because like if you would just take these scenes and just saw them like by themselves, like they would all be great. But when you put them together, like it's like someone tried to force these puzzle pieces together and they don't really fit. You know,
if you
it's
saw
weird.
the second Taserface scene when he is blowing up the place and he's talking to the gold lady, like if you only saw that one, that would have been very funny. You know what I mean? Like again, scene by scene basis.
And Rocket blowing up the Ravagers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, that was a lot of fun. They pushed that pretty far too, but that one I continued to enjoy.
It was funny. Like, why would they leave? You know, the what's her name, Gamora's sister, with just Rocket and Baby Groot? And then like you see why. Like, oh, actually, Rocket's pretty dangerous.
Like that little scene showed how good he was. And I'll tell you what though, so the concept of the movie is basically about daddy issues, but I feel like the movie was very successful on one and less successful on the other. I wasn't really into the Quill's daddy relationship with Kurt Russell. Like I liked them playing catch, whatever, but he was so whiny about it. I love Nebula and Gamora's backstory.
Dude,
like
I agree totally, both of those things.
And I hated how like Star-Lord's like, I don't know who my dad is, and Gamora and Nebula are like, our dad was Thanos. He made us battle, and when I lost, he would rip off a piece of my body and replace it with a robot. Like they had one of the worst fathers ever, who just turned them into killing machines, brutal murderers, tortured, abused them, and then they got to listen to this guy going like, I just don't know. I mean, I wasn't saying it like that, but like, I mean, my wife said Quill's definitely kind of immature, so that's very much so speaking with his character.
Yeah,
but I don't know what y'all thought about that.
Well, for one thing, I was actually really, really disappointed that Thanos didn't make any type of appearance at all. I guess they're saving him for like way later. For, like,
not even one of the 48 after credit scenes.
Yeah. But no, it was great because it was just like further character development on Gamora and Nebula's part. You know, it was just like, wow, this is I wanted to see more of this, and you're right. It overshadowed the Kurt Russell, Chris Pratt like kind of plot thread. You know, it was just you wish you saw more of the Gamora and Nebula scenes.
I hope when Avengers Affinity Wars comes around that they're the ones who are able to kill Thanos.
Sure.
I mean, but I don't know. This sounds weird, but I think it made. So we've seen Thanos before, just sitting in a chair, right? Mm-hmm. So even though we don't see him in this movie, at least we're like, damn, this guy's a jerk.
Oh yeah.
Right. So like, just dialogue, you're like, man, this guy, I don't like him.
Well, he was, you know, like in not on screen pulling off parts of his daughter.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, and he's not just sitting in some chair like an intergalactic pooper.
Sure.
I don't know. So I kind of like that they made him a jerk without having to show him, because much like Venom and Spider-Man 3, I don't think James Gunn really wanted Thanos in Guardians 1.
Yeah. All right, since we touched on it a little bit, let's talk about Kurt Russell.
He's my spirit animal.
I think it was so he played a very interesting character in this movie. He obviously played Peter Quill's father, but he was also, I think, a living planet or a celestial or some type of god. It was I never really, I don't know, it was never really clearly explained to me what he was specifically, but he wasn't just like a normal Joe for sure. You know,
it's basically just an intergalactic gigolo.
Yeah.
Just going to planets, hooking up with people, dropping spores.
They could make a TV series about in each episode is him wooing a different species.
I was really impressed with the de-aging or
my gosh,
the de-age Kurt Russell in the beginning of the movie. I'm like, whoa, that's this is like Big Trouble in Little China era Kurt Russell here that we're watching.
They've come a long way since, well, even just Captain America: Civil War. They've come a long way
with
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah,
like that was really good. That was really good de-aging. I just think they put some makeup on him.
Man, you know, it was I'm not sure that the character quite hit home for me. You know, like he said, like he felt alone in the universe. He went out, explored life. Life was disappointed, but then he found meaning where it's just like he had to just kind of reform life or whatever. I just never really bought it. You know, like, every great villain has a really great motivation.
I didn't buy either about that character.
I was kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, I didn't. Yeah, I just not. I'm not really buying it. I wish Kurt Russell had a better script.
I feel like,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like they made the same. Well, I'm calling it a mistake. Maybe it was deliberate the way they wrote it, but I think they made the same mistake that I perceived as a mistake with James Spader as Ultron in Age of Ultron. And in the case that you have in one movie, you have this, the most intelligent thing in the universe, kind of. In the other case, you have someone who's been trying to make a godly son and then meet him and proselytize him, if you will, for millions of years. So there's a lot of practice there. And they both make what I would call rookie mistakes. And in the case of Ego, he's like, yeah, it really broke my heart, when I had to put that tumor in your mom's head. Like, I don't accept that as a slip.
Yeah.
He's millions of years old. He's had 35 years or 34 years to plan, even if it was just 10 minutes a day during his morning pee and brushing his teeth, to plan how he was going to deal with this earthling when he meets him. And he just totally screwed the pooch. If he didn't say that, they'd be forming planets together and there wouldn't be a Guardians 3.
What's weird is that because at the end of the first movie, Peter Quill's kind of fodder is kind of hinted at, oh, he's definitely not human. So it feels like it was setting up this really epic kind of 3-movie arc about him and his fodder. But then the stuff happens too where he ends up killing his dad, and it's just it just seemed kind of anticlimactic a little bit.
Yeah,
it was
both
just
his dads.
Yeah. So it's just okay. So what are you guys gonna do with the third one? Because there is gonna be a third one. They already greenlit it. So.
They just got to guard that galaxy.
I guess. I don't know. I guess I was expecting
eating tentacle aliens.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting something more epic. As far as his dad storyline goes.
Yeah,
it just felt kind of rushed.
Somebody was saying Adam Warlock but he's gonna be a new gold guy.
Sure.
I will say there is a moment though where Kurt Russell as Ego is kind of losing his shit and getting really mad. Mm-hmm. That was some of that was threatening acting by Kurt Russell though. I think the character was kind of underwritten, but there's a scene where he's yelling and just kind of manic about the whole thing, and I'm like, damn, I've never seen this side of Kurt Russell. It was a good performance on his end. I just wish,
I mean, I know I'm complaining about it, but there were a couple good scenes with him and Chris Pratt,
when they were catch.
Yeah, when Chris Pratt was on the ship, of course I have issue. That's my dad, and he points to Kurt Russell's spirit form, all anger. That was great. So,
but when towards the end, when they were they were almost making their escape, and you see that blue ectoplasm with a faint shape of Kurt Russell's face, all I could think of was Lawnmower Man. Not in a bad, in a way that made me smile, but it was just what is going on here?
Did anybody else think it was weird that I mean, I guess it wasn't easy, but it's just okay, so they put a bomb on his kind of core / brain / soul / whatever. I'm just really? That's all it took? Just a simple bomb? And
okay, I just want to point out that is one of numerous heavy Star Wars parallels they plugged into this movie.
Yeah, that's true.
They Death Starred him, they Vadered him, and you're this chosen. Come to you're a Celestial. Come join me, and we'll do all these things and forget all these other people. And then he turns on that. There was some. These aren't subtle parallels.
So, so you're saying they combined Darth Vader and the Death Star into one being? That's actually genius.
They totally Death Starred him, and that's cool. I mean, you gotta. How else do you kill a Celestial? They had to, give us a mulligan on how you kill the Celestial, though, right? I mean, it would have just been something yada yada, right? I mean, there's this thing that kills Celestials.
I mean, it wasn't easy. They had to make their way to the center, and they had to fight off a million kind of sovereign shit.
Dude, don't you guys love that movie, The Core? Isn't that something that's come up before? They pulled to the core to get to the center.
Whoa. So instead of Armageddon, where they go to space, they got to hire a drilling team to kill a Celestial.
What?
Dude, they Armageddon the Death Star.
My goodness.
Wow.
Oh, man.
My mind's blown. I think we need to take a break so I can recover. Actually.
Yeah, please.
All right. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Hey, listeners, are you a fan of the horror genre? Do you play video games? Do you go to sleep dreaming of zombies and ghosts? Well, that's pretty weird. But you should also check out our Horror Play podcast where we play and review horror games. Check it out only at sharkjarbber.com.
Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I still haven't recovered from that crazy revelation that the core was basically a huge influence for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just remember certain scenes from that movie. I don't remember it all.
We had to dig deep for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it? We had to dig deep to the
It was
core.
Hilary Swank, Aaron
Stanley
Eckhart.
Tucci. The Tooch.
Yeah, yeah.
And was that Bruce Greenwood? Was he the original captain?
Are you talking about Star Trek?
No. Like, and he even tells her, like, you need to understand loss before you can be a good leader.
Yeah,
and then he
yeah,
died when they disconnected the back segment, I think.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think
Was that Bruce Greenwood, though? That's what I don't remember clearly. If it was him or...
Wait. Our homeboy DJ Qualls is in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Was he one of the technicians on the surface? Or was he on the ship thing?
I thought he was on the ship, right?
Yeah, he was on the ship.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that in ages.
Yeah, Bruce Greenwood, Chuck Chicario, Delroy Lindo, Alfred Woodard's in it.
It's a really good cast.
Richard Jenkins. Wow.
Like,
Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah, Leroy. Well, they rushed into the chorus like Leroy.
all right. I think it's time for another listener question. Levin, good? Throw it at us.
Yeah, Neil of the Neil's Deal podcast asks, back in episode 81, someone mentioned the movie Unbreakable, talking about Bruce Willis. Sam Jackson was Mr. Glass, and for a villain, he was physically weak as hell and easily defeatable in a hero versus villain fistfight. So give me an equally weak, easily defeatable villain to star instead of Mr. Glass. I like Gaseous Clay, a man of much windbreaking.
See, I started thinking about this, and that sounds like a terrible villain. Gaseous Clay. It'd be gross.
It's like the spleen from...
exact Mystery Men.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about like marshmallow, but you could punch into it, get stuck. Licorice, it could choke you. Rice, it could expand. Corn, it could pop. Jello, you could get stuck into it and just have the worst death ever. So I came up with the Helium Balloon Man.
Okay.
Helium Balloon Man.
Was he called Hindenburg Man?
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's just enough of him that kind of like you could put a little string on him and he stays around and floats.
And if he's Hindenburg Man, like he can talk like a German.
Yeah. I will hit you. Like he can't even swing because he's just full of helium.
Can't reach me, I'm too high.
Yeah. Or I was thinking a man with like no bones.
Oh, but he can't even move.
Exactly.
He's just a giant
around.
Jellyfish, or he's just kind of man.
Yeah, just a just a person laying there. But
like a beached jellyfish.
yeah, but I was thinking like fighting a big blob of Jello would be horrible.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? I just get a fire extinguisher and solidify it so that I could shatter it.
Nice.
I think I just get stuck into it and die a slow suffocating.
But that's what if I tried to punch it, I'd be done for.
Yeah,
you can't punch a blob, man.
Yeah, especially as the fruit in the middle.
Oh.
No,
Ugh.
it'd be no good. No good.
I ain't fighting that.
Sure.
I'd be clinging to one of those like a flotation device.
I'd be running.
So I guess I wasn't clear, like, because I thought we could just use like existing villains from other movies. Because I picked Eddie Redmayne from Jupiter Ascending, because that's a pretty terrible
one
villain.
kick to the balls away from saving
Yeah.
the universe.
He was a pretty terrible villain, but I don't know, maybe like a man who got bit by like a radioactive dachshund or something. He just became like he had like an elongated body, but like really short, kind of stubby like arms and legs.
Dude, those dogs in the first Hulk movie were pretty deadly.
Yeah.
Was
What
there a
if-
dachshund?
What if Eddie Redmayne?
There was a
the
bulldog and a
dachshund?
poodle and a something. I don't remember the third. Were there 3 dogs?
What about Eddie Redmayne?
What if Eddie Redmayne was the one who was the dachshund?
Oh. Like you could always know when he's around because you'd hear that is a bird.
Oh, great. Bruce Willis goes, "Oh, here we go again."
Yeah. Like he has no in between voice like this. It's either mother, brother, sister,
Yeah.
and they say brother, sister, mother a lot. Brother,
Yeah.
hey brother.
Like, what if you have 2 brothers and they're both in the room?
How often do you call your sister, John?
Never. Ever.
I don't think I've ever looked at Eric and been like, "Hey, what's up, brother?"
Maybe you should see what type of reaction you get.
Just speaking like an old English brogue.
I think you've said that to me, though.
Brother.
What's up,
Brother. Let's go run, brother. I watched Ben-Hur the other day on an airplane. And when you're like really tired after working a long event, it's really not that bad because you're not watching it. But the whole beginning, hey, brother. Yeah, brother. What are we going to eat later for chicken, brother? What? Brother. Brother. Hey, brother. Like, I get the point, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of went Lazavat's route, but it wasn't planned. It's like right when I read the question, I just immediately thought of someone. I was like, oh, yeah, Lex Luthor. Another brilliant person of tremendous means who is otherwise just a dude physically.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of gas.
Doesn't? Well, I don't know. I mean, after drinking grandma's peach tea, I mean, does that give you gas?
Wait, are we talking Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor? Because he was a former D1 football player.
he was originally Popeye Doyle.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't fight a Gene Hackman my age.
I mean, a Gene Hackman of any age, like that's a 6'4" man. Like he could have no fighting training whatsoever, but if he makes contact, like you're gonna feel it.
Yeah,
It's
he's
gonna
just gonna
hurt.
yell at me, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, man,
Ugh.
I would not want to be rating from Gene Hackman."
Is that the final answer?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I that would be scary. I would love to see Gene Hackman versus Bruce Willis.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, yeah.
Have
Yes.
they been in a movie together?
I don't think they have.
You know what's a really fun Gene Hackman movie is Heartbreakers.
I love that movie so much. I like Ray Liotta in it a lot.
Everyone's good in it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like I mean, it's one of the few movies where I think that Jennifer Love Hewitt is outstanding.
Yep. Jason Lee.
And Sigourney Weaver, great role. Yeah, like everyone did a great job. And Jason Lee had some like his little bar friends. I can't remember who they were, but I really liked all them too.
I like that Sarah Silverman. I like that Sigourney Weaver kept bopping Gene Hackman on the head.
It's no wonder he croaked him.
All right, cool. I think it's time to get back to the topic at hand. Mark, do you want to pick it back up?
I just want to get back to Nebula and Gamora. I really liked Gamora in this movie a lot. I thought of all the characters, hers probably had the best arc. Like with her sister, as far as warmth is concerned, as far as being a badass, like she had the most to do. I feel like in this film, and she wasn't even the main character.
And you mentioned it earlier, but I mean, I feel like it's worth mentioning again. Like, this entire film really came down to paired off relationships and relationship issue paradigms, and theirs was probably the best.
Yeah, because you actually sort of saw it. Does that make sense? Like the way they explained everything, you're like, wow.
You know, with them though, I felt it because with them, I mean, I'm an only child, right? I don't have any sibling rivalry like you might have ever periodically had, like with your brother, or like John, like you and your sister. I don't know, but like I don't have that. But I felt the dynamic that Nebula voiced when she was talking about how every time she was defeated, Thanos would take off a piece of her and replace it with a piece of robotics. And so she kept trying harder and harder, but she kept losing. And then Gamora says, "I just wanted to win." And then Nebula says, "I just wanted a sister."
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. Like, if you even a really good friend in your life, Mark, you and I have been like that at times. Like it's like that's something that just hits home.
I just want a sister, John.
Yeah, I looked at Mark. I'm like, yo, bro, brother. I just wanted a sister.
Hey,
and
brother.
Punched me in the face for saying that I wished he was a chick.
Hey, brother, I wish I had a sister.
But no, I'm sorry. I totally derailed where you were going.
And then that scene where Gamora picks up that huge gun.
Dude, that was so comic book silly.
It was badass. And she wasn't trying to kill Nebula. But I don't know. That just, to me, that was really fun. And then, I don't know. I just thought what I liked about Zoe Saldana, like there's like a lot of warmth coming from her character. I don't think she was ever acting badass. Like she reminded me of like Rita Vertasky from Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, she warmed up a lot. Drax softened up a lot.
And Baby Groot murdered people.
Yeah.
Cute. and why did I just blanking on my name? Raccoon Blaster.
Rocket.
Trash Panda.
Yeah.
Trash Panda. What's his name? I can't remember.
Rocket.
Rocket. And Rocket, like in the first movie, he like voiced what his issue was without really knowing it. Because remember, he got really drunk in part one.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, "I never asked to be here," and he was just like crapping out on it. Whereas in this one, it's like it's like an underscoring all of his behavior, and now you just see him as if he's conscientiously angry about it instead of having little breakdowns in part one. Like he's trying to work it out almost, but failing.
Yeah. And he's not a raccoon, but everyone calls him a raccoon.
And he of course hates that, and he doesn't have an identity. That's just it. Like he doesn't even. He's trying to find himself, and he's just angry, and it was neat. I like that a lot. And Drax.
I will say, Baby Groot's tailor aboard that Ravager ship. He made that little adorable Ravager suit for a little adorable Groot very quickly.
I did not expect the Ravagers to have a tailor. I just figured that their tailor was like someone who managed a turret gun who happened to have a sewing kit. Like, I thought it would be stupid.
I mean,
it comes out adorable.
Did a beautiful job on that little costume.
Sure.
And then the little guy's trying to tear it off.
Yeah, and I love that scene where the guy's like, "Hey, can I take him and smash him with a rock?" And then Taserface is like, "No, he's too adorable."
And he says it totally serious and gruff.
Oh, man.
Like, that was brutal how they killed all those Ravagers.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yondu, that was just, I don't know how to put it. It's like it wasn't necessarily brutal in terms of witnessing the arrow penetration, but you see a lot of blood, and 30 people got fucking slaughtered. I just dropped my F-bomb for that.
PG-13.
But that drew it out. Like, I'm just like, holy crap. Like,
yeah.
Man. Can we just stick on Yondu while we're at it? Like, I thought that in that father dynamic, that like very almost like trailer park repressed when looking back at like volume 1 versus this one, like that reluctancy to even realize his role until it was forced out of him.
Sure.
And even his relationship with Rocket. Like, he helped Rocket a lot, too.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you, because I am you.
I think
Yeah,
it's so I think Yondu's interesting because obviously he's not like he's a criminal. I mean, well, not he's not like an upstanding gentleman, but he does have a heart, especially when it came to Peter, and that's something he had to kind of pay the price for because he was accused by his crew of being soft. It's like, why are you always protecting Peter? You know, like it doesn't make sense. You know, it came to the point where it was a mutiny against him. He had to slaughter his entire crew because of it, and it's just like it just showed like how much he cared about Peter as kind of a son, you know. Whereas like you saw the dynamic with Kurt Russell, where it's just like he's having babies of like all these aliens on different planets, and you see like the corpses of like the children like in the core. And it's just like the total opposite of what Yondu did with Peter. It was just like a really nice contrast, really.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a nice kind of setup in the end. I still felt like it was kind of wasn't executed all that well, but you know, the scene where Yondu were just with the funeral, and you see like Peter like giving the eulogy and crying, like you were sad too, you know. You just like because you knew like that was the real father. Yondu was his real dad. So.
I didn't tear up, but if people next to me teared up, I'd have been like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, I was pretty much like I was like, are my eyes getting watery? Well, not really. But if I heard one person sniffle, it'd be it.
Yeah.
Sure. Can we also talk about Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, the one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I guess his character is like it's like a throwback character. But it was awesome just seeing Sylvester Stallone just like show up at like that kind of space biker bar.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say, "I am the law."
The prostitution planet.
Yeah.
I was there that day. I had to work the generator.
Oh, nice.
And then he asked me for a Red Bull, and I said yes, and there weren't any. So the poor crafty crew had to like scramble all over the place.
Oh, yeah. You get slide at Red Bull like right now.
Like I'm not gonna say no, but I had no right to say yes.
That's like when Stan Lee wants an orange soda
Yeah.
convention, and you're like, they don't sell orange soda in the complex, and we can't bring in outside soda. It's like Stan Lee wants an orange soda.
One time in a Toronto convention, I had to I had to sneak into a Toronto Blooms event and buy a coffee and sneak it back and give it to a celebrity who complained I didn't put any cream or sugar in it. I'm bringing back bad memories. Never mind. No, but I liked him. Like at the end, it was Ving Rhames, Michelle Yeoh, Michael Rosenbaum, who was Lex Luthor, actually, who we talked about earlier.
Wait, Michael Rosenbaum was in this?
Yeah, he was the ice guy. That was always next to Rooker.
It was?
Yeah.
I wish I knew them.
And then it was Miley Cyrus voicing the other thing. I'd watch a movie with them.
Yeah.
We got the meats.
So, with all these relationship dynamics, by the way, that we've kind of reviewed, do you think that would have worked in most Marvel products the way that they've kind of been brought together? Because, like, this is the only Marvel product with a writer-director.
I think there's an earnestness to these that are lacking in the other ones.
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, it's like if other movies can match it, they only match it for a couple scenes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like. Yeah. Again, I'm going to say it again. I love the parts. I didn't love the whole. I liked the whole a lot. It was very entertaining, and I loved its parts. But I can't actually say like fantastic movie. Like it was fantastically entertaining. It had fantastic parts. Almost all the parts. Kind of funny.
Real, dude, I died at the end. So, John, do you know the name of Yondu's right-hand man? Sean, he's James Gunn, the director's brother, Sean Gunn. He was in Gilmore Girls. Do you know his name? Kraglin, yeah. That scene with the arrow where he shot Drax in the throat. I don't think I've laughed harder in a theater in years.
Yeah, that reaction was pretty precious.
Yeah.
I died laughing. I liked Kraglin, too. I liked his arc.
Sure. It was like I wasn't trying to make it a mutiny. This is just it was my bad.
He's like, I just had to vent at a really terrible moment.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a lot of like the actual good people on our crew killed, so there's that, and that's a bummer.
And then on that prostitution planet, I love the scene where the gold people walk up in that carpet. They can't roll out that carpet, so they're kind of stuck.
Yeah. It's like, and then like the high priest is like, oh, Jesus.
Mark, you need to calculate how thick that roll was when they first started walking over.
Oh my gosh, I could do it.
Like, I mean, was that roll like 5 feet high? Like the gold woman couldn't even see where she was going. Because
It must have been.
it would have looked like one of those like steamrollers.
There's a little that got stuck, and these people called the Sovereign are just keep messing up. But that Adam Warlock, that gold lady creates from the Night Manager, he's going to be a big player if they use him like they did in the comics.
Well, apparently he's been confirmed not to be in Infinity War, and he's gonna show up in the next Guardians movie, which is gonna be set after Infinity Wars and Avengers 4.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be way after the fact that Adam Warlock shows up.
Oh,
Wait, so this is Adam Warlock. This is not Black Adam.
Black Adam's DC, which apparently is going to be played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
Black Adam. Right. Okay. So, is there any rumor as to who's going to play Adam Warlock?
Wait, so Warlock is not? Oh, that's interesting.
Oh no! And there's also another character in the universe called Warlock.
And so it's going to be Doctor Strange who's keeping Thanos from Earth.
It's going to be interesting how this all ties together. You know,
I think Ant-Man's going to save the day.
because Thor Ragnarok still coming out this year. There's gonna be some stuff in there. Remember at the end of Doctor Strange when you saw Thor like show up in the credits. So don't forget like all the stuff that happened at the end of Civil War. So yeah, it's gonna be it's all coming to a head.
Poor Vision. Thanos is coming to his head.
Oh yeah. Hey,
He's getting killed.
Sure. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I thought there was gonna be more kind of MCU kind of connection stuff going on, but there wasn't. It was like its own self-contained story, and honestly, I wasn't disappointed by that. It actually felt kind of nice.
It didn't feel shoehorned in. It felt nice. Yeah, you're right.
That might again be the luxury of the writer-director
Yeah.
scenario. Like he had more control. I'm assuming.
Well, it's like it's convenient because of the fact that the characters in the story they just take place like so far away from like where the main events are happening. You can just kind of do your own thing, kind of in that space, you know.
Hey, wait, but on the note of Easter eggs, what about when they were at that like space bar and Howard the Duck was saying, "Once you go duck, you don't go back."
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like Howard the Duck was just totally hanging out back there. Like maybe he kills Thanos with his magic duck, but I don't know. Like why is he there?
I'm predicting it's Ant-Man with an assist. It's Nebula with an assist by Ant-Man.
Ooh.
Ant-Man's going to get in Thanos' pants, and just like Thanos is going to be like, "Oh,
You know, eat his pants.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. He's like, "Oh, hey," and he's going to get speared by Nebula.
Sure. Okay, so we got Guardians came out, Thor Ragnarok comes out, and then also Spider-Man: Homecoming also comes out.
Oh yeah.
So there's gonna be there's gonna be like a lot of MCU stuff going on in there.
And then I think they're filming Black Panther. They're on Avengers, and then after that they're doing Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then they're doing Avengers 4. They're shooting movies at the same time right now.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm excited.
I can't wait.
So what's the consensus on Guardians of the Galaxy 2 here, guys?
Just smile.
Yes.
Watch it. I'm going to buy it.
I think everyone should like this. For different reasons, but everyone should like this.
Listen, it was a fun movie. I had just as much fun watching this as I did the first one. We'll see if it has the same staying power as the first one, because the first one had a really good story. This one, it just did more of like the things that you enjoy doing, just on a kind of a weaker plot. So I think it just comes out of personal preference. For me, I still prefer the first one, but this one is still, I think it's worth a movie ticket.
Oh yeah, with all those effects too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I like the second one better,
Really?
just because of the moments. I don't know. I just had a really fun time watching it, and maybe because so many Guardians fans are so hardcore, I'm annoyed by him for the first one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It's just I haven't seen a movie like this in a long time. It's just such joy, and there's so much death, but you're really enjoying yourself.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So go see it, guys. That's pretty good. All right. Before we sign off, are there any plugs you want to make, guys?
Yeah. Go to the Shark Dropper website, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio. And Lazavath has a new podcast where he gets roller skates, right? Mm-hmm. And he takes various ramps and he connects like fireworks to his roller skates, and you try to fly like a Jupiter.
Wile E. Coyote.
And you try to fly like on Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah, there's been like 22 episodes. Still haven't flown yet, but I'm getting there. Getting closer.
I mean, some episodes you go farther than others. Like there's not like a real like upward trajectory because you're really fine tuning things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I do think the other day you got 50 feet. It's impressive.
I thought I had it.
Yeah,
so
and then the rest of the reaction is just you explaining the sheer amount of pain that you felt when you landed.
Nice.
But yeah, you should listen to it. It's called Roller Skate and Lazavath.
Sure.
And the jump.
Lemon Good. What about you?
I gave up on Domino's and Red Bull months and months ago, but I've been drinking a lot of Cigar City beer recently down here in Tampa Bay. So Cigar City folks, if any of you were listening, you could sponsor us. Throw a case our way. We'll drink it. We'll mention it maybe.
We'll have John do a free stunt for you.
Some free brewskis. He'll do stunts with like firecrackers on roller skates. Just saying. Today we enjoyed the hard cider and the Maduro.
Tampa style lager is my favorite.
It's a good lager.
Good one. We had that at my father's memorial.
That's good.
We had that in the highlight.
Yeah. All right, guys. For my co-host, Mark Hoffmeyer.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
John Lemmigood.
Is she cool?
I've been your host, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Get out of here, Dylan.
Above the target. T-minus 5 seconds till shark drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the shark! Go! Go! Go!
This podcast is a Shark Dropper Studios production.